Hello?
Hello. Yes, Tristan. I can hear you. I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Cool.
Oh, right. Hmm.
All right. Got it. All right. Updates, please.
This is the math homework for today.
Then, all right. Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So maybe like you can help me check it.
This seems like this is definitely a revision, right?
Yeah, this is revision.
So it's like a preparation for exam, something like
Yeah, should be.
that. Okay. Again, remind me again, exam is in 1 week?
Next week should be.
Next week.
Next
All
week
right.
or the following week.
Okay. Will we meet again before exam or is this the last one?
No, I think we should be able to meet again next week.
All right. So good to know that your teacher or your class is the style to give you revision, lah, right? Okay,
Mhm.
good. So the first 6 digits seems correct. For pressing the calculator, I have no idea. It looks about right to me, lah, right? So for the first one, if you press the calculator, that's great. The second one, your SF is also fine, right?
1.3 minus 1.15.
Seems good. And then a square seems good. And then a cube root, which is correct. You can do that. Yeah, you can
Um,
do that, right? Your calculator pressing seems totally fine to me. And then you have the answer, which is
yeah.
you copied correctly lah, until 6 digit, the first 6 digit, which I agree with you. I agree
Yeah.
with all what you're doing, right? And then for part B, I just have a very slight correction, which is the equal sign should be the curly equal. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Right. That makes some sense. The part A is also actually just a curly equal, something like that. Okay. We can never write the correct thing, lah. So just curly. Okay. Looks
Mhm.
good to me. Now for estimate, again, estimate is not, this is not estimate.
Oh.
If you press the calculator, you are not estimating. Estimating in exam always have greater mark than simply the first question. The first question is pressing calculator lah. Second
Mhm.
one, estimate should be done like this. Okay, so one more time. You are not giving him, you're not giving the examiner some sort of sign or evidence that you are doing this without calculator. Because when they say estimate, why would you, how do I say? Let me.
Mm,
Oh, sorry, my drawing pad. Wait, just a minute. Now, I remember explaining this to you twice already. So let me ask you something instead. Your teacher never talk about estimate, really?
like from time to time, so like not much.
Okay. So you you have not noticed that for 2 marks, usually 2 marks in exam, not 1 mark. For two
Yeah.
marks, they are asking you to not press the calculator. Of course, they don't say it this way. It's a bit confusing. So let me show
Mm-hmm.
you what they want. What they want is to estimate everything by doing this. I'm gonna pretend that this guy is 1. I'm gonna pretend that this guy is square root 2500, and I'm gonna pretend that this guy is 100. Now, why would I do that? Because all those numbers are within manual calculation, as
Ah,
in
yeah.
roughly lah, right? So 1 square, right? So curly 1 square is obviously just 1, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So this will be 1. And then square root 2500, if you know, is within manual calculation, within our ability. Now, what would that be?
50.
Yes. And your mental calculation is great. So you can actually do this question. And of course, 100 is just 100, 100 is just 100. And then you discover that the final answer is also within your calculation, 50 over 100, which is
Which is half.
right. Now, you do need to write this and this, and therefore that. That will be your 2 marks. Does that make any sense?
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Writing this has no mark whatsoever. You don't even get 1 mark, if that makes some sense.
Oh,
Because
okay
you
then.
are not estimating in that sense. You are not. Okay.
Yeah.
However, should you press this in calculator? Of course you should.
Yeah,
Just
to
to check
check.
your answer. Yeah, so, all right. I'm going to erase so that you can do it yourself. Okay.
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 Hmm. Okay, moving on.
Okay, so this is the smallest and greatest thingy lah, right? The one that
Mhm.
you practice with me. Now let's see. Yeah, obviously there is no working. You are
Yeah,
either
there's no
correct or
working.
wrong. But back then I teach you to test lah. So now let me just see. Now do you want me to tell you that you're correct or wrong?
Um, I
You want?
I wasn't really sure, so maybe wrong.
Mm, no, you are correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
For
you sure?
both?
You sure?
For both?
You sure? Both is fine.
Okay, nice.
Because the way I teach you is to simply round up, right? Round up, round down.
Yeah.
Lah. If the smallest one, can you round up? And when the greatest one, can you round down? If you get 2,400 for both, that's a good start. Lah. And then you just have to plus and minus if you want to give it a test. But at this point, you don't need to because you're correct. Now, in
Yeah.
exam, if you are not sure and you have time, you do what I teach you, lah, set a number here, and then you go plus one, plus minus one, plus two, minus two, see whether that makes it better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
number 3.
This one I'm not sure.
Right. But it is simple algebra if you like. Lah. It's just that the
Yeah.
cube, x cube might be intimidating, but it's just about the sign. So now I can tell you that your second last line is wrong. Lah. The second last
This
line.
one?
However, yes.
Mhm.
However, let's check your other lines first. Okay, don't block. I'll screenshot. Okay, so going to your Jamboard. Okay, just a minute. Right, so here's the minus that we pay attention to. This one is
Mhm.
fine, and this one, the sign is fine. So on the one, number one. So, and then 2x squared must be fine. And then see, the moment I check the minus, I already spot a lot of mistakes already.
Oh.
So the way I teach you to check is to check the sign and then the number and then the letter and then the power lah. So look at 5x
Mhm.
squared. So first thing first, is the sign correct or not?
Um, it should be.
Right. So now the bracket should be there. You eliminated the bracket, but the reality is subtract this from that. So subtract the whole thing, lah, right? Subtract the
Mhm.
whole thing. So the bracket needs to be there, and this shouldn't be more like this is more like an understanding, not a memorization.
Okay.
I think that's part of the problem. Okay,
This one changed to
then
minus
that should be a minus. Great. Then now you're correct. And then the minus x is of course correct. The
minus
minus one
x.
is of course correct, right?
Then this one needs to be plus.
Plus three. So the bracket must be the reason lah why you're wrong. Now you know you're correct. Now everything is correct.
Yeah.
Now the second last line has a big problem. Has a very big problem,
Yeah.
right? This one definitely wrong already. Definitely wrong, right? So now let's talk about it. Okay, so there's another mistake here. Now, 5x cubed, 5x cubed should just, okay, like the reason why you gather these two is because you know something. You know that
Mm-hmm.
x cubed will only, deal with another x cubed.
Mm-hmm.
And x squared will only deal with another x squared. Now, since you know this, it's very weird to me that you don't have any x cubed as the line after. It's very weird. How come the x cube disappears? It's very weird. Do you understand?
Oh, so the cube must stay there.
Of course, because 5x cubed minus 2x cubed must be 3x cubed. So there you go.
Ah,
It must be. So it's not totally wrong. Lah. There is something going on here, definitely. So just fix the cube. And then the second one you have to correct. The third one you have to think about it.
cube then minus 3 3x squared
Yeah, makes sense.
minus x
Mm-hmm.
plus 2.
All right. Now, so far so good lah. Actually, nothing special once you know what you need to do. The
Yeah.
question is, after this, do you need to do anything else?
Mm, hmm.
So do we
I
stop or do
don't.
we continue, right? That's the question here.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think?
I don't think there's much left to do.
I agree. So what is the principle? The principle is because x cubed doesn't interact with x squared doesn't
Yeah.
interact with x. So there is really nothing that we can do here, and therefore we are content with that stop. Good for you.
Okay then.
Good. Right. Good.
Next. This is just a bunch of the expand and simplify stuff.
All right. The sign seems great to me, and then you're correct. Okay, then your expansion again seems fine, and then your minus, you're paying attention to it very well, right? And then you're kind of just doing all this stuff, and I feel that you are correct.
Okay. Then the next one. Down here.
All right, so that seems to be the harder guy, but all you are doing should be equating the denominator lah. That's a skill you
Mhm.
learn from primary school, okay? So nothing special, and this one is something you should expect to happen in the one. I notice that your minus is very good also. Your minus is
Yeah.
done very, very well. So just a minute. So minus 2x minus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Testing. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Just now my speaker has something. Right.
Okay.
Were you asking something just now?
No, I wasn't. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Right. Everything seems great to me. And then the answer is 7x minus 5 over 6 lah. Again,
Mm-hmm.
the question is to stop here or to do something else. What do you think?
I mean, you can't simplify it anymore though. So
I agree with you. And so we just leave it like that. Single fraction in the simplest form. Seems simple. All right. Let's go. Technique-wise, everything is okay.
yeah.
Right. And then you got to sub this and sub that, right? So basically you're just using calculator, right? Nothing. Actually, this question
Yeah.
should be viewed as very easy, lah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mentally, I check, it's also correct. So yeah, moving on. Factorize. Now, factorization is something that use, right. Okay. Now use your pencil and expand this guy. Factorize is the reverse of expansion. You expand and you get the same thing.
So like that times 5 is 5x plus times 5x. So you get 25x3.
Right. So that would be not correct. If you try using your calculator, 5 times 5 cubed, ignoring the x for now. Just try 5 times 5 cubed. What is it?
5 times 5 is cube.
Doesn't seem to be 25 lah. So check it out.
Cube. It is not 25.
Correct. Now the cube is of course intimidating, but wouldn't you expect that it's wrong? Because if you want 25, it must be 5 times 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
It must be. It cannot be 5 times 5 cubed. 5 cubed itself is 125. So 5 times 5x times 5 cubed is not 25x cubed. It is 625x.
Yeah.
Right. So now think about it again. I want you to think about this because it's you can solve it by thinking about it, right? And of course, I will help you lah.
Do I need to put the cube sign outside the bracket?
Now, my question therefore is, the cube belongs to who?
The 5. This one.
No, on the original.
The X.
Only the X, not the 25.
25X.
No, that cube only belongs to the X. In the way that is written, this is the agreement with everybody. That only belongs to X if it is written this way. If it has a bracket, then it may belong to both.
Hmm.
Can you accept that? That might be the source of confusion.
Yeah.
All right. If you can accept that now you're reading it properly. Like it's 25x cubed, only the x is cubed. Now, how are you going to factorize it?
Hmm. Do I need to make another bracket inside here?
All right. No, nothing complicated. And by the way, I agree with you factorizing the 5x. That part is definitely correct.
Okay, so I don't have to change that part.
You don't have to. I believe you can factorize 5x.
Hmm.
So the issue is with that 25x cubed guy. That is your issue. How to solve it? How to solve it?
Uh. Hmm.
Let me show you the most detailed working of factorization. So let me do that first.
Okay.
So in the same page, right? Now, 5x times 1 plus 5x times something. This is something that most teachers never teach, but this is me factorizing 5x into 5x times 1. And this is me factorizing 25x cubed into, well, 5x times something lah. Could you tell me what this guy is supposed to be?
There should be a 5 in there, right?
I agree with you because, in the end, 5 times 5 will be 25. That's obvious, right?
Yeah.
Now, should there be an x there?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Now think about it carefully. I teach you to break it down into 4 pieces, right? The sign, right? Remember the sign, the
Yeah.
number, the letter, and then the power, correct? So in this question mark, you will have the sign, the number, the letter, and the power. In the sense that we have to think about all 4. So I'm guessing that you're happy with the plus, right? The plus is fine.
Yeah, plus.
And the 5 is also great. You can immediately see 5 times 5 is 25. Now,
Yeah.
you're saying that there is no x there. But how could that be? If there is no x, how could this times that produce x cubed?
But then because the X is already being factorized like at the front here.
So again, the cube belongs to x, right? So this means there are x times x times x, right? Correct or not?
Uh-huh.
X cubed means. So you're factorizing the x out 1x, you have
Oh,
two more x's, which is
no.
written as x squared, which is written as x squared.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the part. Oh, that was the problem. Okay, if that was the problem, then now you know.
Okay. That
Then
makes
you have
sense.
this.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right. Okay. So we got a problem.
Ew. There we go.
Yeah, and basically you're finished, right? Basically.
All right. Next one.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Oh, you're supposed to factorize this. Okay, right? Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, it feels about right. And the question is, do you stop here or do you continue?
You can't simplify anymore, so should stop here.
I agree with you, and let's move on.
All right. Yo.
This
These
one's
two friends.
solving. All right, so solving is using the door. You're not writing the door, and I'm okay, right? I'm totally okay. I think you are quite an expert right now. But if you make a mistake, then we have to talk about it. Now, for 8b, do you do cross multiplication or do you do door? Just checking.
Cross multiplication and then the dollar.
Which is fine. To me, the cross multiplication is fine, but let's be aware whether you're using it correctly or not. In this question, it is an easy question, and therefore everybody should apply it correctly. So far, it looks great to me. Now, my question to you is, how do you check whether minus 23 is correct?
Yeah, you can use the calculator.
All right, please do, and please practice your checking because you'll be needing it in exam. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay,
Zero.
cool. Okay, good. Now, part C, same thing. So part C, you move up, then you have a nice answer, not a very nice answer. You're
Yeah,
a bit
not
worried.
very.
You should immediately check using calculator. Now, that is what I'm teaching you, right? Okay. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot rely on me, so please check immediately.
Okay. This, that, this, minus that, that. 4? Yes, 4.
Okay, good. So now you know that you're correct. So moving on. Only this last two question and the estimate question is the exam level question. So some of them are definitely warm-up questions.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're getting the exam level questions correct. Right. Now this one. Well, okay. Now this one, unfortunately, you cannot confirm willy-nilly because
Yeah.
your original X might be wrong. So this is your word problem. So let's see. Okay, this is the hardest thing you'll see in exam for now, right? So Hana present age is X. Nice of them to define it for us. Okay, Hana is X. And then Sally is 2X. Seems great. And then Mary is something like that, which I totally agree with you. The sum of their
Yeah.
ages is 39, X is 9, right? In exam, how do you convince yourself that you're correct? Is that what you want of me?
Yeah, I would probably like that if
Pretty
like I'm
easy.
not sure.
Pretty easy. In fact, this is something that we can do in primary school. They just never teach. So nothing complicated. You just write the 9
Okay.
above X. Yeah, you just write that 9 above X, right?
That's
Go
okay.
ahead. Yeah, write it down. 9. Okay. So you take the question and you say, oh, 9 is X, ma. So you see the X
Yeah.
and then you just write 9 there.
9.
No, not that. No. On the question.
Okay.
Okay, 9.
9.
9. Okay, 9 as in on Hana present age is X, so you just write 9 there.
Yeah.
No, on the Hana present age is X.
Oh,
Hana present age. Okay,
9.
so okay, we start from there. So we are checking whether our answer is correct or not. So I just put 9 there, and then the consequence is I go up to let's see, I go up to Sally, I suppose. So Sally is what?
Sally is 2x, so it's 18.
Okay, 18.
18,
And then Mary would be?
12.
Yeah. I don't want you to read the x, 2x, and 2x minus 6. I want you to read the question. Why? Because there is a chance that your x, 2x, and 2x minus 6 is wrong. That's the difficult part. So instead of reading them, you just say, oh, Hannah is 9. So Sally is twice, or Sally is 18. You're counting on the English or the question instead of your working. Because every time we check, we cannot count on our working. We must count on the original question, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So now that you have 18, 12, and 9, the final English to check is the sum of their ages is 39. So you just have to press your calculator, just to make
Yeah,
sure.
this is 39.
All right.
18,
So
12, 39.
all right. At this point, I would say that you have done all that you can do in exam. This seems good enough for anybody. Okay. So I'm not telling you whether you're right or wrong, because that's the feeling in exam. But this is the feeling of, yeah, I checked, it seems good enough. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. So now, well, surprisingly,
Yeah,
B,
this is the
you already solved it already.
Yeah.
So for A, you should have stopped at equals to 39, but doesn't matter much. I mean, most teacher will just accept the fact that, oh, you did B in A. It's okay lah, whatever, Okay.
Yeah.
Some teacher will be very rigid and disagree with your presentation. Hey, you should not be presenting B in A, something like that. Some teacher will do that. Some other teacher will understand what you're doing, right? So it's just a matter of presentation. Now tell me, is your teacher the rigid type, maybe?
A little bit sometimes.
So let's assume that he's a rigid type, and let's assume that he wants the working of B at B, not A. Don't give me that. Okay, she's saying that, right? So
Yeah.
what you must do is you must actually repeat your working, which is which you need to do at B. So you cannot just start from x equals to 9 because B is solving the equation. How do you solve the equation? You must at least write down the 5x equals to 45. You must at least write that.
Wow. Okay then.
Okay, right. In fact, some teacher will go as far as you must rewrite everything, something like that. But well, okay. So that's the presentation part, even though obviously you're correct.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So yeah, that's for 4 marks. For 4 marks, you should spend quite some time, and therefore I believe you should spend your time in checking, like what I told you just now. Okay, are you correct or not? I'm not telling you. This is the suspense. Okay. Okay, let's move on.
I also have some science homework.
Oh, please do. Anything you want to ask?
Not this paper. But not this here. We might want to read this first, maybe.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'll just screenshot it. Okay. So you say that are you saying that you have a working on this?
It's at the back.
Okay. Maybe to help me, this one I think you just screenshot because this is going to be very difficult to screenshot. You got to split the pages, right? So maybe you screenshot for me, right? You screenshot for me, check. Okay, and then I'll read everything for you.
Okay. Screenshot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Step 1 is not that important. So can do this. If as this. And okay.
Okay, I mean this thing seems to be simple enough. We're just filtering. So I guess that makes a lot of sense. And what you're writing, oh, you do not know how to answer 10 and 10. You do not know.
Yeah, because we need to do the actual experiment, which we did not, so we don't know.
But salt, oh, salt. Okay, okay. So they do tell you the salt and the sand. They do. Okay, okay.
Can you come again?
They did tell you in question 3 and question 4. I was wondering, hey, what's going on here? Okay, so now, I'll tell you the purpose of this expression. This experiment is very simple. Very simple. Salt and sand.
Mhm.
Beaker B. Where's okay? Wait. Beaker B. Oh, this is not even mixing. Right. Let me check one more time. Yeah, this is not even mixing. Yeah, this is not even mixing. Okay. Right. So I thought they are mixing the salt and the sand. That's just slightly more complicated. I thought that's the purpose, right?
Oh, they're
Usually
not
you do
mixing
that.
salt and sand. Yeah, they're mixing like salt with water and then salt with sand, or like a liquid. That's basically.
Right. Okay. Now, even if you have not done this, you should be able to imagine, and I'll tell you. I'll ask you to imagine lah, right? Okay. So the wetting and whatever, we're gonna go talk about it. We're gonna go question 10 first, right? So what happens when you what happens when you dissolve this? You put the salt in water. You know what happens, right?
Yeah.
So it will be salt water lah, right? Correct.
Yeah. It will
You know
dissolve.
that from exterior, yeah. But sand and water is just not dissolving. It's just sand plus water, so to speak.
Yeah.
So they're kind of separate. So when you put salt water through the filter paper, you might not have seen a filter paper before. Maybe yes, maybe no. What do you think? Have you?
Yeah. No, I have not seen it before. Maybe like
All right.
once, like in primary school. But
All right. Now, I'll tell you that a filter paper is more porous, okay, more porous than a normal thick paper. When I mean thick paper, I mean those kind of you might have used okay, let's say that it's like your textbook cover. Your textbook cover is like a very thick piece of paper, right?
oh yeah. Yeah.
So a filter paper is thinner than that and more porous than that, but a filter paper is like thicker than your normal textbook paper. The paper inside your textbook is thinner than a filter paper. So a filter paper is in between, something like that. Would that be okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, can you imagine the salt water being stopped by your, textbook cover, the cover lah? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Why would that be? Why would the textbook cover stop salt water?
Because it doesn't allow the salt water to go through it.
Okay, and why is that so? Because usually paper allows water to go through it. Why doesn't the cover allow it?
It's too thick. Maybe.
No, it has a very thin plastic layer, a very thin one. If you
Yeah,
strip,
plastic doesn't allow it. Yeah.
yeah, plastic, doesn't allow, right? That's why you use it for tapao, right? Tapao drink. But if you strip that very thin plastic layer, it will become a normal paper, which will allow salt water to go through. That will be the characteristic of a filter paper. A filter paper does not have a plastic layer. If not, it kind of defeats the purpose. You cannot filter. So now salt water will go through the filter paper or not. Both salt and water, or just water, or just salt, or half. What is it? What do you think? Imagine.
Mm,
Put it another way lah. What's your
paper.
favorite drink? Milo, teh peng, teh peng. What's your favorite drink?
Just like Milo. Normal.
Milo. Okay, Milo is sugar water plus Milo, right? Sugar, chocolate. Can you, if you pour Milo through paper, will anything be left behind?
Yeah, I think so. Should be.
What will be left behind?
Like the Milo powder itself.
No, that will not happen at all.
Oh,
I guarantee you that it does not happen at all.
in that case, then I don't think anything will be left behind.
If it is dissolved. If it is dissolved.
If
Because
it is
the concept of dissolving is something like this. The concept of dissolving is the salt becomes as small as the water. That's the concept.
yeah,
If you're not dissolved, the salt is still bigger than the water, then filter paper can hold it. Now Milo. Milo seems to be doing the same thing as salt. Milo seems to be dissolving. So it starts as a powder, which is totally bigger than water, but now it is now as small as water. The sugar also as small as water. Whatever else is in Milo is as small as water. So if water can pass through the filter paper, then everything else, the size of water, should also be able to pass through. Hence, salt water, Milo, tepeng, whatever, everything will pass through.
Okay.
So go back to the A. So what happens to the A? You show me a bit. Go down.
Down.
Textbook. Go. No, I'm sorry. Textbook go up. Sorry. Textbook go up. Okay. Now filtrate, right? So do you know what filtrate means and residue means?
Yeah, I know what filtrate means.
Okay. The filter is what is here.
What came down? Yeah.
Right. And the residue is what is there. So therefore, residue is what is left lah. What didn't go through. And filtrate is whatever goes through. So think about it. For salt water, what goes through and what is left behind? Now you can write down.
So, what do I call it? Salt water or water and salt or salt solution?
You can call it salt solution. I think that's the best way of saying it.
Okay.
Okay, so those two basically went through, and then the residue will be
Nothing.
all right. You can write nothing. Probably the right way to say it. So now for filtrate, you will have sand and water. You have remember the sand is still much bigger than the water, right? Because the sand doesn't dissolve, and then that's it, and then you will be correct. Now tell me, why were you doubtful?
Because like maybe no
No, fair enough. If you do the experiment, that will clear all doubts, and you did not, and that's fair. The way I think about it is not wrong. I mean, science is not just based on theory. It must be based on experiment. So you have some doubts, good for you. I didn't do it in front of you. I'm just trying to explain what I know, right? So hopefully next time when you do, it's not a surprise. Let me to check 1A and 1B.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna screenshot that, and then I'm gonna type something, right? So later, could you show me the next? Oh, you already did. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I already did.
Hey, what? Oh, you didn't put the 1A one. Okay. So never mind. So for now, I'll type something. You just wait for it, and then for question 2, you also show me already. So yeah, that's the way you phrase it is totally fine for 2. Totally fine, right? Any questions on that?
No.
All right, so please move on in the sense that I'm still typing something for question 1. So don't wait for me.
If not, I can also help screenshot them and put it on Genbot.
Sure thing. That'll make it much faster.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Let me check. Your teacher asked you to wet the filter paper, or is this the first time you hear about it?
Like this? Yeah, I think this is like the first time I heard people wetting the filter paper because I don't remember wetting it last time. If I
Correct,
ever did.
correct. And it is not to make the well, not lah. Okay. So okay, never mind, never mind. You finish screenshotting first, then we talk about it. Okay, tell me when you're done.
Okay.
Beli kan, mau taruh mana? Di koper maksudnya. Pokoknya mami bawa pulang lagi deh. Okay. Again, tell me when you're done. Yeah.
Okay. I've done.
Okay.
Each
Now,
one.
okay. So the wetting of the filter bit. No. So the answer is not because it'll make it work lah. Because the moment you pour the solution, it will be wet anyway lah. Right?
True.
So discuss whether filtration will work. Well, yes. Especially since you're using water, it doesn't really matter. So there is no real even if you want to talk about the seal thingy. Let me think carefully.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe, no. Okay, fine. So maybe it's something like this. Maybe.
Okay.
But wetting is also not washing. Oh, that's so annoying.
Hmm.
Okay. Some people kind of not wet the filter paper. Some people wash it, as in pour water lah. It's not even wetting, just pour
Oh,
water through it.
or water.
But why? Because just to make sure that the filter paper doesn't contain anything, lor.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
that makes sense.
yeah. So just washing it lah, right? Nothing wrong with that, but that's not wetting. That's really more like washing. So that's one purpose. Because you
Yeah,
gotta
that makes
throw the
sense.
water lah. If you don't throw the water, also useless, no? Right. So that's
True.
one way. The other reason is that if you wet the filter paper, it doesn't fly. It sticks
Fly.
better to the funnel. So because if the filter paper is wet, it's heavier. That's one. Secondly, it will stick, no, like your
Yeah, not a paper.
wet. Yeah. Sometimes just like paper, it sticks, or your wet cloth will stick to you if you're sweating a lot. It will stick to your body.
Yeah.
So sticking to the funnel is
Also one.
a very slight good thing. it's
But doesn't it make as much sense as the first one?
yeah.
Yes, okay. I'll just use the first one.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with the efficiency of the filtration. It doesn't.
Oh,
It
okay.
just doesn't have, right? So no. So if your teacher say otherwise, I'll be learning something also, because I really, really don't think so at all. I really don't think so. Right.
Yeah, my friends also have some problems with this one. I
Right.
asked some of them, they also have problems.
Right. So no surprises. Right. Okay. Now, part two, right? Okay, part two, you're correct, right? So then, now you're talking about part.
I'm correct. Oh, let's go.
No, as in no. Question two. Sorry, question two. Part B, you still have to rewrite, because it's not about making it more efficient. It's not.
Okay.
So it does work lah, because once you pour it, it'll be wet, something like that.
Yeah, that works. True. But then, like, the water that comes out at the bottom will not be as clean.
So because you're assuming that the filter paper might have slight contamination, something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Because the whole point of this
Mm,
is like to get clean water.
mm. Maybe you can discuss that. It makes some sense. It makes some
Yeah.
sense, right?
I'll discuss with
But
my friends on Thursday.
yeah, yeah. But don't say it like this. Don't say that filter paper is always dirty. No, no. Filter paper
Yeah.
is generally clean, but there might be still minor stuff, minor stuff.
Yeah, like
So
small dust particles maybe.
maybe something. So it's good to wash them, like something like that, and throw
Yeah.
them. So maybe you discuss it that way.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
then. Okay, now for question 4, I really believe you got it reversed. It's very weird. It's very weird though, right? So now, you know that kitchen sieve has a hole, right?
Yeah, like
At least you know
oh
that. Okay. Do you know that filter paper also have hole? It's just that they are very microscopic,
yeah, it's
very
much
small holes, lah.
smaller.
Right. So this is like, let's call this bigger hole, kind of bigger hole. And this is kind of smaller hole, like way smaller, but
Yeah.
small, still big for the water to pass through. Now, soil and rainwater, pebble and seawater. Now, look at soil and look at pebble. You know soil, you know pebble. Who is bigger?
Yeah.
Who is
Pebbles.
bigger? Pebbles are bigger, soil are smaller. Now, why
Mm-hmm.
would you use kitchen sieve for soil? Because soil is rather small. You can't be sure, but it can be smaller than the hole in the kitchen sieve, which makes it
Hmm.
not suitable, right?
Wait, but then when it says separate the following mixtures, does it mean like pebbles and seawater
Separates.
or pebbles, the salt from the water and the water?
I think the word "and" kind of is our clue. So you gotta separate the soil from the rainwater. You gotta separate the pebble from the seawater.
Oh. Also it's just like separating those two, not getting clean water from both of them.
Yeah,
Something.
because clean water for both of them cannot happen one with filter
Oh,
paper.
okay
Filter
then.
paper also
Yeah.
doesn't work lah. Filter paper also doesn't work.
Okay then. Yeah, that clears stuff up.
Right. Okay, good. Now
I'll go
and
finish it later.
then for B, right? Okay, for B, main factor. Yeah. So the main factor is what I told you lah, the size of the hole in the filter lah, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I think you should say that not just different objects, but different uh, objects with different hole size,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Different hole size can filter items bigger than the hole. I suppose something like that.
Different objects with different hole sizes.
And therefore can only filter uh, items or things or substances, never mind, fancy word, then therefore can only filter substances bigger than the whole size.
Ah,
Right.
substances.
Okay, a very, very fancy sentence, yeah. So, but as long as you are comfortable with it.
Wait, can only filter substances with
Uh, sizes larger than the whole.
sizes larger than hole. Okay.
Right. This one is logic, yeah. Like, it sounds very fancy, lah, but just logic, lah, right? And that's why you don't use the soil with the kitchen sieve, because I think the soil will go through. That's why,
Hmm.
right? Something like that.
Do you think I can just like draw an arrow to like make
Flip
mm,
it. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you
I
just
don't think so.
scratch it. Right? In exam, don't do that, lah. In exam, if
Yeah,
we pretend that this
exams don't.
exam, yeah, you probably don't want to do that. Okay, suggest one application of this separation technique. So it will not obtain clear and drinkable water. If it does, then everybody in this world will probably be happier. Because
Yes.
you're right, soil does make the water undrinkable, and seawater does make the water
Make it
undrinkable.
yeah.
That one is true, and we have a lot more seawater and rainwater compared to clean water. That's true. That one is true. So
Mhm.
I need drinking water, but I only have rainwater or I only have seawater. Seawater is worse lah. That's fine.
Seawater is worse.
Seawater is worse.
Rainwater is still like a little bit safe. A little bit.
Uh, no, it's not very safe, but at least it's not salty,
That's worse.
because when you drink salty water, you'll get thirstier.
Which makes it
But
worse.
It's also dirty. So rainwater and seawater are both dirty. So you also get diarrhea, which basically expels water from your body, even worse, right? So
Yeah, that's
not
true.
good for both. So what is application of this separation technique? I have no idea what separation technique we are talking about here. So it must be the kitchen sieve lah, fancy word for a separation technique. I mean, there is no other reason why you want to separate soil from rainwater lah. It must be if you want to use it to water the plant, you don't necessarily want to separate the soil. It's fine, you know.
Yeah, you don't need to separate.
Okay, it's fine. You know what? The plant's happy. Maybe you want to give it to your pet for drinking, but then again, your animals will probably get diarrhea. And no,
Yeah,
your pets are probably fine. Your pet,
pets
your
can give us.
drinkable water for your animal is probably fine using rainwater. So I guess that's one application
Okay.
to obtain to obtain drinkable water for animal farms cheaply. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes some sense,
Yeah,
lah.
that's also
Not
cheap.
for human. Yeah, because it's cheap because you only need filter funnel, I guess. Filter paper is the thing that you change after some time. So using filter paper to get water for your animals, if you're a farm, using rainwater is probably not a very expensive thing, lah. Probably.
Yeah. I mean, they
So
use rainwater all the time, so
so drinkable water for animals, it's probably okay.
okay,
Probably.
probably.
Pebble and seawater, I have no idea. Seawater is very difficult to use. Very, very difficult. Nothing much
Or,
can be used for seawater except for farming fish lah. For farming
yeah, true.
fish. So I guess that works.
Yeah. Do you think I can do it for animals and for vegetation?
Animals and plants, yeah. And for irrigation lah. So because you say
Or,
drinkable water is for animals
yeah.
and irrigation is also fine. Okay, but
Irrigation.
rainwater only, rainwater only. Irrigation double R, please. The seawater, no use one.
Yeah,
Nothing can be used out of seawater, really. Nothing except fish. That's all.
true,
Okay.
true.
Okay. So the clear one, I think you will just scratch that. Probably not that clear also, lah. Probably. Right.
Yeah, it's probably not clear, but it's still drinkable. A little bit. No, not at all. No.
For
No.
for animal, right? So
Yeah.
the reason is because all the bacteria will go through the filter. The filter hole is actually bigger than the bacteria, if that makes sense. So it doesn't work that way. Okay, next one. I guess we do learn something lah, I guess.
This one.
Can you screenshot? If I have to
Just
read a lot,
one
can you
question.
screenshot?
This one.
I have no idea about the question. You gotta give me the question. You
Yeah,
really
but
got
this one may be totally wrong because I have no clue what it meant.
no problem. All the more, you should therefore show me the screenshot for me the question.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Is everything?
Okay, could you screenshot for me? Yeah, could you screenshot? Okay, I think this one better you screenshot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not working. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Mm.
No. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what is all this thing? What is this, right? So you have never seen or done this before, right?
Yeah.
The difficulty is, of course, to imagine what exactly is going to happen, and it's not fair. Software.
Mhm.
You should be doing this, and it's very obvious what will happen. So I'll show you something. I'll show you something instead to replace the experiment. This is no longer as simple as just explaining
Oh,
filter to you, right? So just a minute. I'm gonna. There you go. Yeah. This is excellent. Right. Okay. So I'll just screenshot. I just share screen easier.
okay.
Right. So you watch with me this for a while. I'm gonna restart,
Mm.
which I cannot restart. Where is the never mind. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. We'll let it restart again. Okay. We'll let it restart.
Oh, this is chromatography. We're gonna do this on soon.
You're going to do it. Okay, good. Okay, so
Real soon.
the interesting part is the starting. Now look at the starting. The starting is a line, correct? Or not? It's a line.
Yeah.
And then the line is actually not yellow, not red. If you think about it, the line is almost black. And that
Oh,
is the ink. He is a Sharpie poster black marker. You see it? Sharpie poster black marker is black, obviously.
yes,
And
black.
yet, when the water, basically the water, see, he's repeating it. The water goes up, man. Can you imagine it? The water goes up the paper. That's
Oh
what
yeah.
water do, right? When the water goes up, the water seems to be carrying the ink with it because Sharpie.
Yeah.
As it carries the ink, something weird happened. The black ink is no longer black. It's almost as if it's separating.
Oh, that's cool.
This
Real cool.
this is the now again, this is the fancy term chromatography. It's actually simply let water do separation, let water and paper do separation because it turns out black is not black. Black is a mixture
Red.
of many stuff. Red. Who would
Yeah.
have thought? I don't know. Who would have thought lah? I wouldn't, right? I wouldn't.
Look at that. That's so cool.
Simply, this is just simple. I haven't even explained the full chromatography. Again, when your teacher asks you to do it, you will do it in a better way than this. But this one shows you what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully when the experiment happens, chromatography will be something important for you in Sec 3 and because they like chromatography, yada yada. So
It
hopefully
probably
you'll
will be
enjoy. They
because it's a
probably.
fancy word.
Now, stop it there and then go back to your question, right? So your question is definitely going to cause the water to creep up the filter paper, right?
Yeah,
That's
this is the
just what
same
water
thing.
do.
That's
As
exactly the
it
same thing.
touches the food dye is in general water soluble, in
Yeah.
general.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the water will start to carry the food dye up and maybe separate it. Maybe. We
Ah,
don't know until we try. That's not you don't have a theory. A food dye must separate one, Blue must
yeah.
separate one. No. You just test. You just chromatography and you'll find out. That's the whole
Okay.
point. Okay. So the question is what? So again, you already know roughly what will happen, right? Okay. You just
Mm-hmm.
don't know what will happen exactly. Will the food dye separate into 2? Will that food dye separate into 4? Will the food dye not separate at all? Also possible. We don't know until we try. Fair,
Yeah.
yeah? Now let's see your question. Question 1.
Yeah.
I cannot see the question. Okay, there you go. So start from question 1 first, going down, please.
The teacher only told us to do question 3.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, now
Yeah.
a food dye is a dye, right? An ink, if you like,
Yeah.
an ink for food, safe for us, great, okay? Safe for my
Hmm.
son. My son always plays with food dye because he likes to do color water. Okay, good for him.
Oh, color
If he
water.
accidentally, just buy a food dye. It's very easy to buy a food dye. Just
Yes.
buy food dye red, food dye black, okay? He's very happy with it. He can play for half an hour to 1 hour. If he accidentally eat some, colored water, at least it's
Uh-huh.
not colored pencil water or colored paint, it's colored
Yeah.
food dye. You're supposed to
It's
eat it,
edible. It's not
Okay,
poison.
good. Ink, however, an ink pen also contains an ink. So therefore, it is also a dye, a color, right? A dye is a substance
Oh.
with color. So if you draw that starting line with ink pen, then you're suddenly chromatographing two things, the
Oh,
ink
yeah.
and the food. Pencil, which is not a dye, it's a graphite, it's a graphite, it's a
Okay.
charcoal. does
Yeah.
not get carried by the water. So this should be
This is
um
completely wrong.
this is I hope it makes sense. Right or wrong
Yeah, that
doesn't
makes sense.
matter. I hope it. So you
It was
just
more sense than this.
English that lo? Yes, English that.
Yeah, I can do that later. Yeah, I know how to
Mhm.
English that.
Mm. Okay, I'm sharing with you something better lah ya. Better. You can share it with your friends. Okay.
Okay.
Where's Tristan? So to help your friends lah, because it's not very okay. I share with you something even better. It's a real chromatography with all the dots and everything. Okay,
Good.
should give you and your friend an idea lah. So
Yeah,
WhatsApp,
because
you
I
can
only
send
have
it.
one friend who knows about chromatography.
Correct, correct. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's quite nice, I suppose, but it's a bit long lah, right? Every time
That's
you have a
okay.
video in paper chromatography, it's always a time lapse in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me if there's anything else. Yeah. Again, Tristan, does your mom know that we do science from time to time?
Yeah, she does.
Good,
She can hear us talk right
good,
now.
good, very good. Okay. Then tell me if you have something else, yeah? Because if not, the best thing to do is just to go to Google Drive and practice already.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all that we can do, and that's a good thing. That's a good because
Wait, do you
your
have any?
revision. Yes,
Uh,
you think?
do you
You
have
say?
anything for science, like Google Drive
Uh,
stuff?
I do have, but as far never mind, never mind. If you have time to practice, it's good. Right. So yes, let me just check
Okay.
one more time. Let me just check one more time. Have I shared that?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, not much, but I do have. So I'll share it with
Hmm.
you. Uh,
Yeah. Hmm.
your email is Tristan Sean Sumali, right?
Yep.
Okay, Tristan Sean.
I think.
Alright, I have shared.
Yes. I don't want yours. Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Now, up to you whether you want to practice science or math. But practicing science is a bit slow one. Maybe
Hmm.
maybe if you want to practice science, practice outside tuition, then you can ask. Maybe
Yeah, maybe.
if you have nothing else to do, just practice math, especially the hard questions and the estimate question. Those two lah.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out.
Right. Let's check this thing out. Before back into these containers because it may. Uh, what is dilute again?
I'm sorry, you're saying?
What is dilute?
Dilute.
Forgot.
Oh, dilute.
Uh,
Right. Dilute means no, you know dilute. Wait, let me check my mic. Is it working? Yeah, very good. Okay, dilute is like, you like Milo, right? Like
yeah,
Milo.
yeah.
Do you like Milo dinosaur?
Yes, that's the best version of it
Now, tell me why you like Milo dinosaur.
because like there's more powder on top for you to mix into the actual drink.
Correct. And the powder is nice, lah, right? That's what you're saying, ma. Correct or not?
Yeah.
But the Milo itself is already very nice, even
Mhm.
nicer. The more
Yeah.
Milo, the better. Okay, so the fancy term for that is a very concentrated Milo. Makes sense, right?
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so dilute is the total reverse. Imagine
Also,
a
it's like
Milo
not
where
as concentrated. Okay. Yeah.
not
Okay.
even not as concentrated. It's very not concentrated. So a lot more
Oh
water, very little Milo. Now, would you buy that kind of Milo?
no, no.
That is something that you get if you buy Milo peng, too many ice, you leave it for too long. You get a dilute Milo.
Yeah, you get dilute.
That's
Ah.
what
Okay.
dilute means. Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
Okay. I think I have that in my notebook. Let me go get it first.
Sure thing.
Oh, yeah. Hmm. Oh, I don't have dilute here now.
Mhm. But nothing fancy. It's just
Sad.
that you just have to understand what dilute means. That's all. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the answer should be like C. Yes. Turn on, close the air hole. Turn on gas. Strike the lighter. Juice. Science. Nope. 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 Biological warfare. A B. Yeah, I don't really have much left because that's all the homework I got for science and
Good.
math.
Good. Now go to Google Drive Math and just let's
Yeah.
practice some difficult
Mm,
questions. Right.
that's Bukit Batok. I don't want that.
Right. Okay. So word problem is what you want. An estimate that you want. Maybe some fancy algebra thingy is probably what you want. So, okay. We only have 15 minutes,
Yeah.
so should have enough. Two questions.
Let me check. I think go. Okay. Yeah.
Dia, five.
Just so much here. Here we go. Here we go. Do stuff. Okay, let's do.
What's
What
it?
is coefficient?
Okay. Coefficient. In what context? Sorry. Oh, it's a math question. Are you talking about
Yeah,
math, right?
yeah.
You
Let
haven't
me
put it
check.
in, right? Okay. Yeah. So coefficient is something very simple, very fancy word for the number in front of the letter.
The number in front of the letter.
So
Oh, okay.
5x squared. Oh, 5 is the coefficient of x squared, the number in front of the letter lah.
Okay then.
Yeah,
Then what
that's
is the
fancy.
constant term?
Constant means the guy without any x.
The guy without any x. That's none of them in this situation.
If there is none, then that means it's zero or nothing lah. Zero or nothing. But
Okay.
just in case, you may want to put the question in if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'll put it in.
Mhm.
Uh, I'll put it here. Oh no, that's not good. Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, coefficient of x. Oh, wow. Okay, the coefficient of x, although you are correct to say that 4 is one of x, but
Mhm.
4 turns out to be the coefficient of xy, technically speaking. So it's
Then
not
it should
4.
be
The answer is -1.
yeah, because negative over here. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Um, that's
Sorry.
just to complete you lah. If your teacher haven't talked about all this, well, now you know lah. Now you know.
Yeah, my teacher has not talked about this at all.
Hmm. Just technicalities for
That's
now.
my teacher. I have to do that. Wow, that's awesome. -1. Then over here is still 0. Okay. Okay. Uh, wow, what is this? Wow. Oh, Lord.
You okay, Tristan?
Yeah, there's still one more question. I'm putting it in the Gembot.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Hmm. Wow, what is this?
The question that you put is, I guess, fine as a practice. That's good. Nothing, nothing fancy, but fine.
Uh, A divided by B. So A plus A, that's 2A. Divide by B times B. So B square. Divided by B square times 2. So like A, the brain find and simplify in terms of P for length. Oh. Square is 16 plus 28p. And simplify an expression in terms of p.
You okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
Calculator. Yeah, that works. Bracket 4 plus 7p. Alright. And next one. A divided by b, or like 2a. Where's divide? This one. Divide b squared times 2. Uh, and just do a straight line in between. Yeah.
Kristen, are you okay? Yes. Oh, okay.
And p divided by 2. I actually
Ah, okay.
negative 7s plus 3t minus
Yeah, I
3
think you
over
should
2.
just just do it on paper, right? It's better.
Yeah.
But your first answer is surprisingly not right because what you're writing is essentially just 16 plus 28p.
Mm-hmm.
And how
Oh,
can the length
um,
be the same as the perimeter? I think you're
oh,
easy to correct, but you're wrong.
yeah. Hold on. Edit. That's edit. There it is.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, good. Good.
Hmm. Yeah, that should be good.
Okay, good. Nothing difficult, isn't it? Okay, but okay, I'll just check. Oh dear.
Wait,
Okay,
it's
can I
B
see
wrong.
you're working for B1? I want you to do it on paper. Doing it typing is not a good idea. Can I see you do it on paper just to be very clear what you're trying to say here?
Let me
Your
try.
paper,
Let me try to
yeah, your
show it.
paper. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Hmm.
so how did your A, how did your, what? How come you have two A's? Sorry, I don't get it. How come you have two A's?
2A's. That's what I said. A plus A. A plus A is 2A, right? Yes.
But why would there be a A plus A? Is it because of the plus behind? Huh? What?
That's the divide. That's the divide.
Okay, something is very confusing here. Wait,
Mm,
wait, let me check your other one first. Let me check other one. The other one makes more sense, and then minus half. Okay, for the other one, yeah, I think you should stop at the first line and then that's it.
this one?
No, the S one. That's minus 7S plus 3T minus. Oh, that's T. I'm sorry, that's T over 2. Okay, that was my problem. Sorry, sorry. No. Then I
Yeah.
agree with you. Sorry, I agree with you.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay then.
That's a 6. Right? Okay. Sorry. Then I agree with you. Okay, great. Okay, so that's fine. The A1, I'm very confused. So let's talk about it as our last question. How come you're
Okay.
doing it this way? Wait, I don't get it. Huh? What? Now,
Mm,
I'm gonna rewrite this first of all.
okay. Ah,
If that makes sense? That is
yeah,
how
that makes
that I
more sense.
can rewrite it this way. Yeah, but this is now definitely not what you're writing though. Definitely not already.
Yeah.
If you do this, what will you do lah? What will you do if the question is like this?
So let me write this. E
Mhm.
in B times B plus A times 2. So in this case, make it like a fraction like that. And these will cross each other out. So
Nice.
it's
Okay.
A plus A times 2, which
Okay.
is 2A times 2, which should be
Why is it times? I'm
4A.
so no. Why? Okay. This is a very confusing thing.
Hmm?
How did that become 2A plus 2?
Times
How,
2.
how did
2A, 2 plus A.
Oh goodness me! No, wait, no. Come on, Tristan. Don't they say to you that agreement? Yeah, the agreement with everybody else in this world is times is done first, then plus. I don't know.
Oh
They call
yeah,
it PEMDAS or something, right? Yeah, I
yeah,
think
but
that's the
yeah.
source of your that's the source of your trouble here.
So A plus 2A, which is 3A.
Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Okay. I did. Mm,
Just to
then you need to,
confirm that you don't have any other question. Just to confirm, right?
yeah, no more questions.
Should I assign more? But you seem fine though. You seem totally fine. Okay, like that, yeah. I am hesitant to assign more homework. Usually, if the school is already assigning and you are already doing them very well, okay,
Mm.
you're not a lazy student. I don't just assign homework for the sake of assigning because I think it'll make you tired or it'll affect other subjects. I'm more worried about
I
that.
mean, you can give me, if it's a math homework, then I can probably do it. because I can do it
Math.
quickly.
Correct. Math is fine. Yeah, no science. Science is totally up to you for now, right? Because science is just a bonus, right? So I won't be giving you science homework until it's very obvious that you need them. Anyway, I don't think you need them. I don't think so, right? Is your homework, your school homework is enough. So for math, I'm asking you to do something like this. I'm asking you to do 20 marks worth of question. 20
20
marks
marks
is
of
what?
question.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I can do
can
that.
choose your question. And you can choose your question, but prioritize estimate, word problem, and fancy algebra. All right. So
Okay,
20
let me
marks.
write this
Okay.
down.
All right. That's it. You have to choose your own, and hopefully you use it to your advantage. All right. Good job for today, Tristan, and I will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Kirby, I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good. Kirby, how are you feeling right now?
I'm okay.
All right. No, you don't sound very good. How is it?
Huh?
How's today? How's today?
It was okay. I
Mm, mm-hmm.
I didn't finish the paper though, but I didn't have enough time because I went in a bit
Oh,
late. I woke up late.
oh, I know. I know why you sound different. It's because of your mic.
Oh, it's my
So
AirPod.
yeah. So never mind. Just put on your mic first and everything. Okay. Never
Yeah,
mind. Then
yeah.
tell me again. Tell me again. Darling.
Hello.
Yes, Kirby. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, your video is on, is it?
I'm about to turn it on.
Yeah, the mic is better. Are you using my mic?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
What subject is for today?
That's a good question. Let me confirm first that next week's exam is.
When you try.
Mhm.
I think it's Chinese, right? Wait,
Just to confirm, lah. Just to confirm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's Chinese. Yeah. On
And
Tuesday.
what day? Sorry,
Tuesday.
Tuesday also, and that's it. Nothing else.
Then English is on Thursday. Yeah.
Okay, one Tuesday, one Thursday, and your plan is to attend both, just to confirm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down first. And Kirby, next Tuesday is Chinese. Next Thursday is English. Now, regarding these two subjects, I mean, I have no idea. Okay, so how are you going to study it this week? So I know that I can, plan accordingly. History, study on Friday. That's what you're saying, right? Last month. Study on Friday, just continue on Monday. Look. Works fine. Works fine.
Yeah.
Seems to works fine to you, right? Seems to work fine.
Yeah.
Chinese and English, how?
I don't really know study for Chinese.
Okay, not gonna study, but are
Yeah.
you going to attend the exam?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
No.
Can you go back early, or must you stay
Um,
for the whole day?
maybe if I need to like leave like I don't know go to the geo and like ask them if I can leave early, like speak being sick or something.
Today, what happened?
Huh? I just did the paper that I stayed in school, that I went home.
All right. Okay, just to confirm. Then English also you go. English, how are you going to study? Sorry, how are you going to study?
Uh, I don't know. I guess I'll just like read, yeah.
Mm,
Maybe I'll just look through like situational writing notes because that's what the topic is.
mm-hmm. You mean composition, is it?
Yeah, it's like email, right? I think the
Oh,
situation.
oh, oh, that's what it means. Sorry, okay. I think you have to look at the format and everything.
Yeah.
Which means studying this Friday is totally not a good idea.
Oh. Uh, yeah.
Okay, so nothing for exam this Friday.
I have SS
Mm.
after. I have SS on the next week. Then I can study that on Friday.
You're saying that next week is SS,
Yeah.
and you want to start studying your SS this Friday, which makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
So this Friday and next Friday is SS. Again, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, do you need your next Wednesday tuition, right? There's a tuition next Wednesday. Do you need it to be for English, or can we just do normal tuition?
We can just do normal, I guess. Wait, but tomorrow is
So
the tuition. Isn't it a public?
tomorrow, tomorrow is public holiday or Hari Raya, is it?
Yeah. So it's a tuition. There's no tuition, right?
Hmm.
Hallelujah
Do I
things.
make do I make you happy or do I make you sad? Still
Yeah.
thinking. Mhm.
Mm,
Hmm. Let me think again later after tuition. Okay? Later.
okay.
Okay. And ask me again. Have you eaten your dinner, by the way?
Yeah.
So is school as per usual today? To you, lah, the
Yeah.
effect. So does that mean that it's tiring?
Yeah.
And is it not very productive besides the exam?
Yeah.
Same thing. However, I what do you call it? Your mom was sharing with me that you get to play sports with your friends at
Huh?
school.
Yeah. During recess. Yeah, I played rugby.
Recess. You play what? Sorry,
Rugby.
rugby.
Touch rugby.
Kirby plays rugby. Serious.
Yeah. Why?
I don't even understand how you can play touch rugby in recess. You
We just bring a ball that we run at the tennis court. It's
so
fun.
you don't go full contact lah. You don't go,
Yeah, touch
grab
rugby. If
people's
you
leg
like
and just
tag
just
someone,
catch
then they
lah,
stop
just
moving.
catch one lah. Yeah, but I don't lunge at you and everything lah. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, then you don't die lah in the process. Okay, good. Um, anything else besides rugby?
I don't know. Sometimes there's basketball, but I prefer playing rugby.
That's very surprising. But It makes a lot of sense considering your body. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I like it. Now, why do I mention this? Is because, for example, today, do you get to play touch rugby?
Yeah.
How many times? First recess, second recess,
I only have one recess.
first recess, after school?
No. I went home straight away. Then I just like showered and like
So you'll get sweaty at
rested.
10. You'll get sweaty at 10 a.m., right? You'll get sweaty at
Yeah.
10 a.m. for 15 minutes.
That's the around 15, yeah, yeah.
15, all right,
I
then,
eat as well. Yeah.
and you eat also and everything, and then no more exercise for the day.
Yeah,
You enjoy touch rugby.
yeah.
Is it like you enjoy touch rugby or you enjoy touch rugby with your friends?
With my friends, yeah.
So will you enjoy it with other group also?
No, I don't think so.
Mhm. Then my sincere wish right now, my sincere wish is Kirby, I really mean this, is for you to play touch rugby more with your friends.
Yeah, I always do that.
Like really, really more. The more, the better. In fact, if you go
Yeah.
to school, do you get to play every day?
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know how, I don't know, but currently I really wish that you will play more with your friends. I really wish.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess that makes the three of us. Yeah. I mean, your mom is also excited if you play, right? All right, understand. Okay, now for today, right? So tuition doesn't seem to be the exam won't disturb your tuition next week lah. That's the conclusion,
Yeah.
right? As will be enough for Friday. Okay, I understand. So normally today is Tuesday. We study for Wednesday lah. Wednesday is supposed to be chemistry. You are
Yeah.
skipping yesterday. Yesterday is for math, right? So now math, chem, and physics. Let's pretend that you're gonna not have tuition on tomorrow. Let's pretend that. Then you are lacking in math and physics. Correct? Correct? You're lacking in math
Yeah.
and physics. Now, should we change today's chemistry to either math or physics? Think about it.
Uh,
Because
Anything.
chemistry is quite good. Your chemistry is very good. I mean,
I
comparatively,
guess. Yeah.
comparatively, right?
I guess we can do math.
Okay. And then last time I was telling you do all the big stuff, right? Then I leave you and everything.
Yeah.
So show me what big stuff have you done and whether you are facing problem or not. Okay,
Wait,
open
what big stuff? What do you mean?
the table of content. Okay, open your
Oh,
TYS table of content.
or physics?
No, for math, right? You say you want math, right?
I mean math. Oh,
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Math
Oh,
also
yeah.
have big stuff. In fact, math, if physics big stuff is very simple. Physics big stuff is what you're studying right now. Very simple one.
Yeah.
Right?
Have
Math
a minute to go
is
get the math books. I left
go, go.
upstairs.
Yeah, but leave it on the table from now on, okay?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
nowhere else. Okay, good. problem with me.
Hello? Joe? Hello?
Kirby, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think.
All right, sorry. Just now, did you call me? Sorry.
No.
All right, okay.
I got the books.
Okay, so the TYS table content, I did mark some big stuff. There you go. Yeah, some of the big stuff, right? So you were doing all the algebraic expression and formula, right?
Yeah, I did a few.
Okay. You're quite okay now. Then you were, I'm not mistaken, doing topic 10 lah.
Like 10?
Correct or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Topic topic 10 has some similarity with POA. It's a very weird one. The way it thinks lah. It has similarity to business thinking lah. Right? So I don't mind. Shall we do topic 10 today, or shall we do topic 13, 14, 17? You know, the big stuff lah. Which one?
Topic 10, I guess.
Okay. Let's go there. You need to use paper today, yeah, definitely, because topic 10.
Okay.
That is. Oh no, this is not what I was expecting. Wait, what?
Oh.
Okay, go again. This is not the question I was. Oh, that's so weird. I'm thinking. Okay, stop. I'm thinking more. Okay, flip again. Flip back.
Yeah.
Flip back. I'm not thinking about the acceleration thingy. That's more like physics. Flip back. Okay. I'm thinking more like question 17, for example. Lah. No. Go back to
Okay.
question 17. Question 17. Yeah, I wasn't thinking more of the speed one, right? Not yet. I'm thinking more of 17 lah. 17, 16,
Yeah.
20 lah, right? But I also want you to be able to do the speed one. They are, however, very different. They are just very different questions. Now,
Yeah.
do you want to continue your speed thingy, or do you want something like question 17?
Anything.
Let me see you do 17 first lah. Okay, so screenshot it, please, and then you don't have to show me anymore, right? You do on
Okay.
paper, right? Okay, let's see how you do. What do you think about question 17?
I don't know. It looks confusing. I'm reading.
Okay. True. Have you ever encountered such a long question?
No.
Okay. All right. It will be there. First time, well, do your best for now. Yeah.
Sure. How do I answer question A? Question 17A. There's like no money in the information. Uh,
Oh, apologies. I was muted. Sorry. Kirby, did you say something? Sorry.
how do I do question 17A?
All right. Okay.
There's no
So
money like in the information.
very, very good point. So this is a very particular question that kind of
So I have to use
have you
algebra.
no. This is not an algebra question. This is more like a common sense question.
Huh?
Okay, so now, okay. So let's see. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, yeah. The first question is already very surprising, and you have never posted a letter before. I'm
Yeah,
guessing. Okay,
yeah.
that's a problem because I
You know, I
think
might
he's
have access
basically
right now.
asking you the
Yeah.
stamp cost, the stamp cost, right?
Oh,
And even there, you still have to kind of uh from your experience, which you don't have, right? That's a problem. This is not just one piece of paper, this is like, what is it, four sheets of A4
A4
paper,
paper.
which is maybe heavier than your usual letter. Let's call this
Yeah,
a heavy letter, right? C5, whatever. What?
yeah.
Okay, 25 grams. So how am I supposed to even do all that, right? So fair enough. If you do not know question A, I'll tell you that it's not
Yeah.
by calculation, it's by experience already, right? So you will answer randomly and then immediately move on to the second one. That's it. Okay, the first one will not affect the second one. This is weird. This is not like your normal math question because that is not meant to be a normal math question, but this will be an exam. So let's say I also do not know, okay? Let's be fair. Okay, I say I also don't post anything. So I don't know. Let's say randomly I will guess $1. And then that's it. Okay, that's it. Let's move on to part B.
Huh? So it's just $1.
Right. And I'm guessing that randomly. Let's just say
Huh?
that. Okay, that's it.
No,
No
but
explanation. You
you
say?
have to times 150.
Times 150. Why would you one copy of the newsletter? What are you talking about?
One copy.
How
Oh,
much will it
yeah.
cost to post one copy of the newsletter? That's it.
But then why is he saying that he estimates that there will be 150 subscribers
Yeah,
in
that's
that
the
question, in that part?
information. That's the information after question A.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not part of question A. Fair, right? Fair, right? You put it after,
Yeah.
man. So no need to consider that, right?
Okay.
Okay. So
What's the
A
toner
ran.
cartridge?
You don't know what's a toner
Cartridge.
cartridge. Okay, now that
Yeah.
is troublesome already. You really do not know what's a toner cartridge.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, there's something that you didn't read at all.
Huh?
Information that Peter needs is on the opposite page. I'm guessing that you're
What's
missing a
that
lot of
mean?
information. I'm guessing, right? So kindly put them in the Jamboard and also read. There's a lot more reading than
Huh? This. What do you mean? The small?
look at sentence 4 lah. Information that Peter needs is on the opposite page.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. So I guess maybe you don't have to guess lah. I'm guessing. You don't have to. So screenshot please. And you're gonna use all that look.
Yeah.
This is simply reading comprehension lah, if you like. This is just like a very long chemistry question or a very long article in English, a paper. This is just reading comprehension in maths. A lot of reading. Now, this one, I think you can do better.
So it's standard mail, the regular one. So it's 0.30.
So sorry, I'm muted again. Right. Um, I don't know. You have to make a decision. You have to make a decision.
Yeah.
Right. Right. You do
I
have
just
to.
0.30. Yeah.
Yeah. You're sticking to that. Okay, sure thing. 0.30. Yeah. Okay, right. Tell me why you want to go 0.30.
Uh, because there's it was step up to what's that
Where
mean?
is step up?
Like
Where
round
is
up
step up? Sorry.
in the weight of the local mill rate.
Oh, weight step up to. So I mean that means it's 20 gram or less
Like
lah.
round up.
Up
Oh,
to 20 lah. Not down to 20, okay?
oh, then it's 0.37.
Yeah. And you're using C5 lah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Standard regular. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, I think 0.37. I was very confused. How come you choose 0.30 lah? Right, okay, good. Whether we are right or wrong, hopefully we have read properly. Lor. That is the point of this question.
Yeah.
The toner thingy is exactly reading also, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so how many toner cartridge will Peter need? That is the question.
1 year.
Yep, and the information is definitely there, right? Let me confirm that you have never seen this kind of question before.
Yeah.
Definitely there. Definitely will be there.
Yeah. Just 45, right?
You're saying 75? Sorry, what?
45.
45? Why would you answer 45? Sorry, I don't get that part.
Because each one can print 1300 pages.
Which is great. And then
The amount of pages that he has to print per year
okay, your mic
is
is very I mean I you're going on and off here.
low.
Okay, try again.
The amount of pages he has to make per year is like 150 times 6, then times 8. The
So
subscribers
7,200 lah.
like
7,200.
he
Okay.
does it 6 times a year. There's 150 subscribers. 10 times 8 for the amount of
Yeah.
pages per newsletter. Then
Correct.
that divide by 162.5, which is the amount of pages, the
Now,
amount of newsletters that.
why would you divide 162? Yeah.
Actually,
Again?
I got it wrong. Yeah, wait.
How come
Yeah.
how come there's a 162? I don't get that part at all.
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
How come you divide
wrong.
1300 by 8 lah? Right?
Mess
Okay.
up.
Okay. All right. Okay. That makes now it makes some sense to me.
It's 5. Okay, done. 6.
All right. So 5.5 is 6. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it makes more sense right now to me lah. Right? If you miss something, that is the mistake. But right now, what you decide to put in makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, like I said, common sense, right? And reading comprehension. You gotta read and then you gotta understand, and then the rest is just common sense, right? Okay, nothing fancy. Hopefully your 2 marks is correct. We'll check later lah. Now, he must make sure that he charges enough money. Business, no? Business. Money. Real life. This is math attempt of saying, math should be applicable to real life. I think that's why I like this question a lot. Okay. If you're a businessman, not an accountant, a businessman, you should be able to estimate a good money for this one. Okay. Now, watch how many marks is the part C. How many marks? You're muted. No. How many marks?
7.
This always happens. There is always one part in this question which is 7 mark one. The question is suggest and justify. Suggest, justify, and show. Do you know what that means?
No.
It means that however you answer, it is up to you. First thing first, but you better justify. Justify including calculations. So there'll be an element of decision or randomness, whatever. Your answer will be slightly different from the other guy. What matters the most is how you justify and how you show it, of course. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You must use your common sense, especially your business sense here. Nothing complicated, just common sense and business sense, which I'm very certain you have, by the way. Very, very certain. Nothing extraordinary. Would you please try this 7 marks?
Okay.
Kirby, I will be able to listen to you, but I'll be muted for a while, okay?
Okay. Teacher, can I use the toilet? Is that possible? Be right back.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Okay.
Ini aku tunggu yang terakhir deh. Ya.
Yo,
Yes, sir.
$2? Can I just suggest $2?
Your mic not so good, you say?
Can I $2?
I cannot hear you again. Sorry, again. Sorry.
Hello?
Yes,
Can I
yes.
suggest $2?
Can you what? Sorry?
Suggest $2.
Adjust the what? Sorry?
Suggest $2.
Okay, I totally cannot hear you. I
Hello?
really cannot hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, better. Yes.
Can I suggest $2?
Suggest $2. What do you mean by suggest $2? Oh, yeah, but you can, but it's about the justification. Your suggestion doesn't matter in that sense, no? Why $2 is the important thing.
Because it covers the cost and
Yeah, show it lah. Like show the calculation lah. You understand? For 7 marks, they are waiting for your justification and showing lah. Yeah, that not the number itself. Okay, I cannot follow your work. Yeah, would you shift up a little bit? Okay, thank you. The 68 comes from
The hello?
the 68 comes from
It comes from the C5 envelopes.
right, which I cannot see why 68. Sorry,
I
I
put
cannot see
34 times 2 because you need 900 per year.
34 times 2 900. I don't get. Oh, there you go. Pack of 500. Sorry, pack of
Oh, wait.
500. There you go. Okay, so yeah, I didn't see that. Okay, yeah, 34. Okay, I understand. So you're calculating the toner, the stem, so to speak, and then the envelope. And then you go and divide this by 900.
Okay, done. Oh, I
Uh,
didn't realize that was for 1 year subscription. So I thought
it is a
that's
1 year
6.
subscription, yes.
Yeah, I just
So
realized.
are you gonna change your answer here?
Yeah, I already did.
So you're changing it to 12, okay,
12.
because times 6 lah. Okay, wait, let me think for a while lah. 12. Okay, I think you a bit whack already. Okay, gone already, right? Okay,
Why?
now why? Why? Because all about common sense and calculation, all about business thinking. For
Yeah.
example, your toner is already 1 year.
Yeah.
So your toner, look, I'm gonna ask you to title toner in 1 year. So what do you mean by that? Okay, I guess this is why they advise you to do this lah. So they advise you not to just write numbers, but yeah, look at. Okay, check it out. Yeah, so they advise you to do this. This is not a must, but they do advise, and now you can see why I'm waiting for the Jamboard so slow. Right. Okay. So I'm labeling. So this is toner 1 year, correct? Because it comes from the part B lah, correct?
Yeah.
That's better. Now 333. Please label for me. What is your intention here?
That's that's the uh the cost of posting it.
So this is stem lah. Let's just
It's
call it stem lah. Yeah, post or stem. Now for how long or for how many? Sorry, either one lah.
That's for 1 year.
Okay,
That's
1 year,
yeah.
which is great. Which is totally great. Okay, 1 year, right? Okay, and then the 68. Just to confirm, this is
That's also 1 year.
envelope. Okay, this is envelope for 1. Okay, good. Envelope 1 year. So if I were to label this will be what? For 1 year lah. Of course, for 1 year also.
Yeah.
Label it. Then what would you label it?
C5 envelope.
No. This plus that, right? Come on.
Oh yeah. 1 year expenses.
Okay, expenses. Okay, see your POA is coming to play. Correct what? These are all the
Yeah.
expenses for 1 year. Okay, right. So and then this one,
Which one?
this one.
That's the amount you get per the profit you get per newsletter if you charge the amount, you know.
Oh, your
That's
mind
the
is
no, that's the expense per
expense
newsletter.
per. Okay. This is expense
Yeah.
per newsletter, which is great. Newsletter. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So now the expense ratio is $43, $1.43. And then let me ask you. Okay, let me ask you. I'm testing you. Hey, all this is 1 year, leh? Okay, all this is 1 year. So how could you times, what is this time? Actually, I don't get the final. I don't get the final amount. So
Why?
what is the final amount? What is the final amount talking about?
That's the suggested amount for a 1 year subscription. And that's the expense for 1 year.
So you must write this as 6 times 1.43. I have to make a guess here. I have to make a guess.
Yeah.
So a bit difficult, yeah. Okay.
And that's
So
the profit for that he had.
no, this is not profit. This one profit per newsletter
Yeah.
lah. No, this is not profit per newsletter. This one profit per what?
A subscription.
Per subscriber lah. Or subscription or per subscriber. Subscription. Which is great. Okay. Now I understand. So because it's missing the 6 times 1.43, I was very confused just now. Right? Okay, good. And that's why they suggested to title stuff. Right? Okay. Now, you are making a profit out of this, which is great. Now, I'm going to ask you your POA sense. Not every math student is a POA student. Okay, you are a POA student, which means I'm asking you to act like a businessman, not just like an accountant, right? Okay. So, businessman, 3.42 dollar profit per subscription. Is this a good thing or not?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that not?
I don't know, but at least you have a profit. At least some people will charge 1.43, which means, is that good or bad?
Bad.
And why would that be bad?
No, wait, but like he earns
He earns, yes, he earns. Okay.
$500 a year.
$500. Yeah, around there. Yeah, correct. Around there. He earns $500 per year. Good or bad? It really depends on how much effort, right? Correct or not? Good or bad?
Yeah.
Right. So if it is not worth his effort, that's bad law. Of course, there is no information on effort, but you need to make some sort of sense about this, right? This is around $500 of not profit lah, it's wage lah. Like his wage is 500, correct or not? It's not that he profits lah, it's more like his wage, something like that. Something like that lah. I mean, he has to be his
Yeah.
time. There's a time needed to write the letter, right? This is just printing costs, just printing costs and envelope costs and everything. You haven't even calculated the time needed to, write. So it's $500 per year good enough for Peter to, how his producers. I'm so sorry. Okay, now this gets more complicated. He produces. It doesn't mean that he writes. Put it this way, lah. If Peter doesn't write, then he has to pay the writer, low. Make sense or not? He has to pay the writer, and then he has to make a profit himself. If he produces, then we assume that he doesn't write. Now, is 500 good enough for Peter, to pay for the writer, his own profit? From POA, you still learn that there are other expenses, electricity, whatever, this kind of thing.
It's his side gig.
I'm sorry, his what?
The side.
Okay, the mic is very bad, Kirby. Come on, come on. I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you, man.
Hello.
Yeah.
Like a side gig, like a second job.
A second job, right? A second
Like
job.
an easy job.
So he
You can
doesn't
go to the
care.
side.
Right, hopefully. Then in your justification, I feel that you should be writing that law because you already talk about profit. You have to justify where the profit goes. So the profit is for Peter, the writer, right? The writer, his own profit, and the fact that this is just a second job. Assume that it's just a second job. It doesn't have to be correct. There's no way to know that this is correct, but it is a justification. It is a justification. This is a side gig for Peter. So make some profit. Also have to pay the writer, assuming that Peter is not the writer.
Yeah.
So you have to calculate for him. So it's actually around 500 for this is and that. Okay, something like that. So you just make it nice lah. 7 marks.
Yeah.
Make sense, yeah?
Sure. Is it
Okay.
okay if we like stop after this? I'm like feeling super tired and I have a
Yep.
migraine.
I already I already suspect this. So now, Kirby, you look at the answer key just one time, just to make sure that you don't miss any of the obvious expense. So go and look at the answer key together with me.
Oh, I think I missed out on the GST.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot
First of
about
all,
that.
you're already missing the GST 7%. The local mail rate, thankfully, is inclusive. So that's helpful. So you're already missing on that. Is there anything else that you missed? The obvious one, if you miss, definitely -1 mark,
the
-1.
A4 paper.
Yeah, you for some reason didn't calculate the paper cost, which I'm very confused.
I don't know. I was confused by the like prices, so I
True.
I just
But
didn't write them.
it's more like common
Yeah.
sense. Hey, I need the paper. That kind of thing in the end. There's
Yeah.
okay, something like that. So you learn. You miss paper, you miss GST. What else?
Huh? But it says you should charge $9 only.
So only the cost, correct?
Yeah.
So you miss some cost lah. To be fair, you miss almost $1, so it's something, but he doesn't calculate any profit at all. Correct? He doesn't. Correct?
Yeah. There's no profit in the thing.
But that's why you have justification.
Yeah.
If you charge more, you justify. If you don't charge more, I think you should justify. But the answer key doesn't say that. The
Yeah.
answer key will stick to the most obvious thing. You did miss 2 lah, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right? But I will say that your justification is also correct. So therefore, okay, you lost 2 marks out of the 7. Maybe something like that for now. Maybe lost 2, maybe lost 3. I'm not very sure.
Yeah.
Not that bad for now. Now, let's confirm that the toner is correct. 6, correct, right? Toner is correct. 6.
Yeah.
And then the question A is also correct because I cannot see.
Yeah, it is.
All right, good for you.
W15
So this
Tue.
is your first feeling of this kind of question. First feeling. Good for you. Rest very well. And then, tomorrow, yeah.
Watch how my thing's beeping.
Okay, all right. So Kirby,
Hello? Oh.
next week we'll do 5 tuition, no? This week
Okay.
just do 3.
Sunday?
All right. So
Yeah.
just starting from Sunday to Thursday, right?
Okay.
I'll see you then, Kirby.